Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placements. Let's get into it. So the first card you have, Aries, for today is the Four of Caretakers. And further it says contemplation. So now the fox energy, there's a fox out here if you see. It's looking into this pond of dark water and it's able to see its own reflection. So this energy is mainly about, self-reflection, self-assessment or examination, some kind, like looking at yourself, reflecting. There's a lot of maturity that's coming through with this because it's not easy to look at ourselves, right? To reflect on things, to self-reflect. It's not easy. You have to come from a place of maturity, and I'm getting that place of emotional maturity for you, Aries. Now with the fox energy out here, this is also being very strategic. It's also because it's coupled with the water element. There's a lot of water element out here. So it's speaking of the gentleness of the fox energy. The wolf energy. I keep calling it a fox. The gentleness of the wolf energy. So I feel that, yeah, with the wolf, you need to pay attention to your instincts, to your gut feelings. And because this is heavy on water energy, this is also about, your water. Water rules our subconscious. It rules our emotions. It's a very reflective energy. It's a softening energy, like how water flows through the rocks. It finds its way. It shapes the rocks over a period of time. But there is gentle strength. It doesn't beat the rock. It kind of gently moves around it and erodes it over a period of time. It shapes the rock. So, and with the number 4 over here, 4 is about stabilities that we want in our life, the structures that we create to provide that stability. Strong foundational energy over here. So, I do feel that this is a lot of reflection which is going on, at a deeper level. They say still water runs deep. That's the energy of this card. So a lot of journaling, a lot of examination, looking at self, deep reflection, strategizing as well. Because, Mars is in Aquarius now, so it will encourage you to be very strategic with your words, with your actions. And I also feel that there is a movement here, from being very emotional to being strategically expressive. So you're not allowing your emotions to get the better of you. That's saying what Ushtal maturity. And at the same time, you're expressing what it is that you want. The only thing about the 4 of Court caretakers is that you need to pause. Because Aries energy is like, fire energy. It wants to just go do really fast. It's impulsive. Ruled by Mars. It's an impulsive energy. So the energy of 4 of caretakers is to take that pause before you say or do anything. So strategize. Have that strength. Don't be too loud. Because wolf, in this case, with water element, speaks of quiet confidence, speaks of the quiet strength, our inner strength, rather than being too loud and aggressive. Now, I also feel that some of you might be reviewing things, or maybe it's like you're reviewing, maybe it's the work that you're reviewing, or you could be in a position of reviewing documents and things at your work. This can also be financial review. You could be reviewing the markets, what's going on, how it's moving up and down, especially for investment purpose. Some of you might actually be looking into real estate. It's coming through really strongly with this. Like you might be waiting for, things to change, a real estate market to change. You might be wanting to invest by the waterfront property. Some of you might be looking into that as well. I'm also getting, for some of you, this could also be like, studying the market too, or studying the needs of the market or of the community, and then making the updates or changes. It could be that you're working in some kind of a government company where you have to change some policies, or maybe in corporate also, you could be making some changes in some kind of policies as well. So some of you could be into that as well. But in general, with the number 4 out here, it's speaking of being stable emotionally. So not overreacting, not allowing your emotions to get the better of you, and being patient, with people and not allowing anything to get to you, not taking anything personally. I feel that it's the energy where, maybe you're part of a team and, sometimes when you work with the team, not everybody is as, or does the work the same way as we do. So being patient, and I feel that you need to be a little bit more patient, especially if you're working as part of a team. If there are delays, if things are not going according to you, I feel that, this is asking you to be more patient and wait it out before you say anything, before you write anything, before you send out the text. So just sleep on it. Like, what is it that you want to write? What is it that you want to say? So sleep on it before you directly express it. Now, I also feel with this reflective energy, you might be kind of in a contemplative mode, which means that, it's uncommon of Aries energy to be in this mode. So you might appear as a little bit withdrawn, from to the people that are around you. They might see you as a little bit drawn, or, you might be consumed in thoughts or something like that, where, people might feel that, something's brewing with Aries out there. Now, I'm also getting an energy of, creating foundations, leveling up, taking it to the next level. So there's a lot of leveling up energy out here. And I feel that, especially if you're part of a team, I feel that if you're part of a team, Aries, I feel that people are appreciative of your policies, of the way you do things, how you level up and things like that, how you plan, how you strategize. People do appreciate that, especially if you are in corporate or working as part of a team or are in charge of creating some kind of strategies in your company. So people are appreciative. But I'm also sensing that you need to be mindful, because not everybody is going to be in your corner. And those people that are not in your corner might end up testing you, in some way, shape, or form. So just be mindful of that. I feel that you need to be ready with the data, with the material, have the documents ready so that you can provide it if somebody comes at you or tries to test you. You need to stay calm in those situations. You need to have the documents so that you can, cover your bases. And at the same time, express it in a very gentle way, but in a very confident way. So that, don't feel defensive. Don't get all aggressive and defensive, or don't allow your emotions to get the better of you, especially when people cross-question you or kind of try to test you. So that might happen to some of you as well. So just stay calm. Don't take it personal, because there's a lot of growth which is happening. And I feel that this growth is happening because you are in a reflective mode. You are seeing things, you're reflecting on things, you're examining things. The word that comes to mind right now is better together. I don't know what that is about, but better together is something that's coming to me. Okay, so some of you might be, I feel like just when you reflect, when you come up with some ideas, some strategies, write it down, journal it down, because you might end up forgetting. And sometimes it happens to me too, like when we forget those thoughts, they will come back. So write it down, like if there is some unique idea that comes to mind. And, sometimes we just get so distracted that we lose a chain of thought. So if there is something that really excites you, or you feel that it's unique or groundbreaking or path-breaking, then make that note, or notate it down. The next side to have Aries is stargazing. And it further says, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So yeah, it's like following your intuition, your gut. Moon again rules our emotions, heightened sensitivity. It's also our subconscious. So I feel that you're being guided by your intuition. Next steps, how you level up is all, we saw the reflection card. So water is playing a huge role in your energy here, Aries. I feel this is also about, the deep knowing, like you just know, like more awareness, more connection to the cosmos, knowing the deeper truths. Um, this can also be some of you are actually out late at night watching the stars. There's a lot of stars in the picture. If you can see that. And, star energy. So I feel this is more like a star energy coupled with the moon energy. Star is about having hope, shining bright like the star. Um, there is a lot of, these girls looking up. So, and she's standing by the ocean. Ocean is like the depth of the emotion here. It's a deep energy out here. And of course it's a dark night, but the colors out here are, indigo and violet, which are the colors of the higher chakra. So, and there's a lot of, thought over here. There's a lot of thought which is going, planning. Maybe you were up at night, and this is like a fairy, right? She has wings out here. So I feel that this is something to do with what you want, your ambitions, your dreams. I feel that, Taurus, you are dreaming big. And at the same time, you're being very practical about it, very grounded with your approach. So I do feel that you are planning something big, you have a good vision, and you need to follow your intuition, Check in with yourself. Your inner wisdom is heightened right now. You're also very sensitive with so much water and moon energy. So you're feeling the feels, feel things as you move forward. I'm also getting a lot of future strategizing and planning about the future. Could be your goals, could be your ambitions. You could be planning things around it. This is just telling you to be very grounded with things. Like, don't allow anybody to sell you a dream for a quick buck or something like that. So verify the facts. Make sure that, you're in line with your intuition. If your gut is saying something's wrong, then it is wrong. So don't go in for it. So verify the facts before you jump into anything. Because some of you, it could be just, stargazing as well. You could be walking or staying up late at night, so be mindful of your sleep patterns. I'm also picking up energy of, deep discussions. Maybe after hours, deep discussions, maybe you're talking things out with, or you're researching things, or maybe you're talking to, maybe you're journaling things, but a lot of late night work, is going. I feel that you're working and staying up late at night. Maybe you're talking with people, discussing your plans, or you're just writing up something, creating some documentation, but it might be happening in the later hours. So be mindful of your sleep patterns and sleep. Make sure you have good amount of sleep as well. I'm picking up an energy of the movie La La Land, so that might be relevant. Check the movie out. Maybe there's something in it for you. But I feel that, it's good. I feel that you're dreaming big, and, and I feel that the people that are around you might be, kind of curious, like, what is it that is going to be your next move? What is it that you plan to do next? For some of you, this could be a highly creative time, and you might be feeling creative or doing creative things as well. You might be inspired by a lot of nature themes, maybe moon themes as well. So I do feel that you're very creative at this point in time, and people are going to appreciate you for, everything that you're creating, or for all the creations. It could be anything, could be mixed media art, or it could be just creative in general. But I feel that there's a lot of creativity energy, and people are appreciating you for that. Now, for some of you, this could be communication. At night, maybe you're talking to people across, different countries where it's, where it's day or something like that, and it's night on your side. So some of you could be in that energy as well. For some of you, I feel that, it's just like, a lot of after hours energy. So a lot of work you might be putting into it, or you might be staying up at night, or you might be, kind of writing a lot or documenting things, maybe after hours, maybe you have like, side gigs or something that you're trying and you want to just, you want to pick up momentum and get things done faster. That could be it. Yeah, over here, further down it says, the stars don't shout, they shine, so will you. And the last card for today, Aries, you have is the Solitude card. And it further says, take time to be alone, tune out the noise and chaos of the world, and tune into your inner peace. Yeah, exactly. You have this, again, solitude, like a hermit energy little bit. This is an after hours card. This moon. Again, violet colors are very prominent with your energy here. So it's the higher chakras. It's listening to yourself. It's going within, finding that inner peace. You might be doing too much. You might be here, there, everywhere. Maybe there's too much activity going on in your world, in your external world. This is just asking you to find that moment of peace. You find that corner, that safe space in your house where you can meditate, where you can tune out the noise and just focus on your inner peace. Even a few minutes of that inner peace actually just recharges our batteries, our spiritual batteries, I would say. So, just spend some time by yourself, take good rest, align your thoughts, regroup your thoughts, and then you can plan better for the future, because a lot of planning and strategizing energy is coming through with your reading. So this is that moment where you listen to your inner wisdom and listen to yourself and see what brings you happiness and inner peace. So Aries, those were your messages and hope you enjoyed them. So the first card you have, Leo, for today is the Five of Hunters. And further down it says, poverty. Poverty, maybe that either you're feeling a lack of something right now, Leo, maybe resources, finances, because, there is this wolf out here that's looking at this rabbit, in this forest. So I feel this is something to do with your resources, finances, the budgets. Maybe you need to review that. Maybe you need to, reorganize your finances. But if you see, this wolf is now really chasing this rabbit. The rabbit is just, having a good time in this forest. And this wolf is just watching, observing, and I feel that this rabbit in this forest is more like opportunities, because forest is like feeling lost or feeling in an unknown territory. And over here, this rabbit is like, yeah, you have an opportunity. Even when things might not be clear, you might feel lost, but there is an opportunity even in this moment for you. So you need to be very smart to understand what that opportunity is. It's about working smart. This energy is about working smart, not working hard. Yeah, of course, everybody needs to work hard, but you also need to be very smart about your moves, see the opportunity in those unknown moments, where you feel that you don't know anything about a certain situation. This is about finding that opportunity in that moment. Now, I'm also getting, you might need to rebudget or take care of your finances or have a check on your finances or something like that, or review your finances. So don't overspend if that's, something that you need to watch for. Don't overspend. And I also feel that it's about, this wolf is not really chasing this rabbit. So this wolf is actually just observing, conserving its energy. So, again, you have to be very smart to see if the opportunity is for you or not. So you don't need to go out there and, chase everything or run after every opportunity. You have to understand if it is for you or not, if it's, worth investing the time and energy and your resources into or not. I'm getting a very strong, weighted out energy. Like maybe you're waiting to see something, like maybe, for example, if you're into signing some deals, maybe you're working for a company, or even personally, maybe you're hunting for some deals on some items that big ticket items that you want to buy. So I feel that you might want to negotiate a little bit more to get best value for the price. Now, if you're buying homes or selling homes, maybe you want to wait it out and see, study the market, study the buyers or sellers, whatever is your situation, and see where you can position yourself or when would be the right time to sell or to buy. Timing is going to be very important for you, Leo, at this point in time. I also get an energy of rebranding yourself. Like, for example, maybe it's like you sell a product, maybe you need to rebrand it. Or how you put yourself out there, especially for jobs. If you're looking for jobs, how do you put yourself out there? How you package yourself? How you present yourself? That kind of branding, your skill branding or packaging or your image branding, something you need to look into that as well. Now, I'm also getting about an energy of, with the 5 energy, it's a little bit restless or a little bit of worrisome energy. So I don't know if you're worrying about something. Are you worrying about how things are going to play out? Because forest is like, you're in an unknown space. So maybe you're curious or worried about what should be your next move or when things will work out for you and things like that. For some of you, you could be worrying about that as well. Or maybe there's some kind of worry. Either you're worrying or people around you, you feel that they are worried about something. Maybe your team is worried about something. The 5 is like, a little bit worrisome energy, maybe with you or with your team, or could be people around you, maybe in your family. You're watching people that they're worried about something. Because it's some kind of a competitive energy out here with 5. It's like a little bit of a competition around you also could be possible. But the energy over here is to just observe, stay low-key. Don't have to be, don't have to jump on don't have to chase everything out there, every opportunity, everything. Maybe it's like your work, maybe your day is overpacked with a lot of activity. So you don't have to go do every activity. You have to kind of, see which one is worth investing your time into. Now, for others of you, this could also be about, investment. Some of you might be looking at investing into maybe property you're looking at, or maybe you're looking at buying out some land and constructing a house for yourself. Or this can also be about, something to do with growing your own produce, agriculture. Some of you could be associated with the agriculture industry. So some of you could be investing into that or buying stocks in relation to that. But a lot of land, forest, agriculture energy is coming through with this. Now, another thing that's coming to me is that you need to be a little bit more strategic here. It's like be more cautious, about your investments, about your time investments. Don't be too loud. Don't be too flashy also is also what I'm picking up on. Be a little bit low-key. Stay a little low-key at this point in time. Don't be too much flashy. Especially if you're out there on social media, I would recommend that you need to stay a little bit low-key at this point in time for the next few days. Stealth mode is what I'm getting. So maybe you're in observing mode, or you need to watch out, or you need to observe something, or, research up something, what something. Some of you could be doing that as well. Over here below it says the patient hunter eats well. Timing is your secret weapon. Next Leo you have is the magical gateway, and it further says, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Yeah, this very out here is stepping forward, through this gateway. Gateways are portals, new openings. You're stepping into a new direction, and it's asking you to not look back. I feel that some opportunity, some door is opening out here for you, Leo, and you're ready to receive that. You're ready to walk through it. This could be an opportunity. This could be a promotion at work. This could be, a business that you're starting. It could be anything, but it's about moving forward and not looking back. So I do feel that things are, because I feel there's a transformation energy out here with this. something that you will transform. Either you're changing up things, the way you do things. Yeah, but something that you're stepping into will bring you a lot of recognition, a lot of, kind of spotlight energy out here. So I do feel that you have some plans, probably some ambition for some career. But it's like, the plans are, yeah, you have some bold plans for the future. And I feel that, the universe is moving you forward in this direction. So, and you are walking through that door. You are taking that forward leap. It's just that you need to be very cautious as to why you're doing it. So the intent behind moving forward, the intent behind walking through this door means to be pure, and make sure that, you're not being disruptive. Like you're not disrupting your plans or your stability by any means by taking the step forward, by taking this leap forward. It's a little bit of, the energy of stepping into the unknown, like the major arcana, the Fool and the major arcana. It's that kind of an energy. So some of you could be, starting up some companies or launching up something. Maybe you're partnering up with people, something new. Maybe in your career friend is happening, or even in your personal life, you could be trying something new, some new ventures at home. Could be that you're also moving into new areas, neighborhoods, new cities. Maybe you're changing up your job, changing up your style, rebranding yourself. A lot of expansion, and something which is going to put you into the spotlight. People will appreciate this. Whatever you're launching, whatever you're doing, there's a lot of applause, a lot of admiration for this. Whatever you're about to do. Maybe it's on social media, you're doing something, because I'm getting like a blow up energy. So something maybe that you're selling or marketing online, or maybe your channel, something is about to blow up. So, no, it's a very hopeful, positive, magical, and it's like a proud moment energy for you, Leo. But whatever you're doing, make sure that you're staying low-key about it. You're not sharing too much with a lot of people. Because there's a little bit of caution also, cautious energy with this. So be mindful of your competition, your environment, what people are doing, their moves and things like that. But I feel that if you keep it in the low-key, your plans, you will be able to, kind of blow up in some way. Maybe some idea of yours is like, a superhero, or maybe some channel of yours, something on the social media could just blow up, overnight. I also feel that there's a lot of confidence, like you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're very decisive out here. And I also feel that, yeah, it's something, it's something also, it might be that you were not expecting and suddenly something happens, suddenly an opportunity lands, suddenly something blows up, suddenly you're on the spotlight, and, or suddenly you become the star of the show, or in your social circle, you become the star, and, you get like kind of invited to a lot of events and places. This could be for some of you, unexpected communication, appreciation messages from people that you don't know or know. So this could be like, a sudden shift in your social circle, in your visibility. And, this growth, this expansion. It's like, it's like when you are in a tight space and you just, break open the door and you're like now out there in the big world. It's that energy, like moving from a very small space to a bigger space. So you might be growing in your company, getting promoted, becoming a big star if you're on media or on social media. Maybe nobody knew you before, now you get known and things like that. So for the night says, step through, the version of you waiting on the other side is already celebrating. And the last card for today, Leo, you have is the Epiphany. And further says, every day is a day to learn or discover something new, no matter how small or great. Knowledge is power. So there's a lot of books. Maybe, you're reading a lot of books or you're gathering a lot of knowledge. and you have those aha moments. This is all about those aha moments. Maybe you've read something, you've researched up something, you learned something, you discovered something, maybe about yourself, maybe about your environment, or about your business. You learn something new, maybe it's a skill. So, and everything, whether it feels like that, it could feel like a small thing that you learned, but eventually, it plays a big role in whatever you do in future. Because any kind of knowledge that we accrue, whatever you read, whatever subjects you are working on, whatever research you're doing, is adding to your power, is adding to your strength. It's helping you create, helping you with the breakthroughs. If you were stuck now, there's like a forward movement. These breakthroughs, because of reading, researching, learning, gathering data, gathering information, gives you an epiphany. So, Leo, those were your messages, and hope you enjoyed them. So the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Three of Waters. Further on, it says separation, and it's in the reverse for you. So, if you see that there is this wolf which is out here on the mountain top, lot of red pine trees out here, and there is snow which is falling. This card is in the reverse for you, Sagittarius, which means that it's reconciliation energy, coming together, paths merging again. It's about bridging the gap, and talking things out. There's a lot of, having talks to clear misunderstandings, clear the air, to heal the situation. So it's like, it's a time energy, things becoming softer, warmer, maybe you're on odds with somebody. There was no talk, no communication. Now there might be a restart to that, because it might be a restart to that. And I feel that maybe there was lack of talk, communication, lot of distance. But I feel that because there was this distance, things are becoming more clearer. It's like working through the thoughts, and there's more clarity now because of the distance, because of the separation. There is more clarity now in the situation for everyone who is, in this dynamic. I do feel that, there's a lot strong air element to this. And you are the mutable fire sign, Sagittarius. I feel that there's a lot of honest communication back and forth. And it's like your confidence coming back. Maybe something just took away your confidence. You were feeling a little low. But now I feel that your confidence is returning. You're having those honest conversations with people, talking things out, clearing the air. The only caveat with this is, the only caution for you, Sagittarius, is to not go back if you feel that the damage was, if you're at a point of no return, if the damage was because of, lack of respect or trust, then be mindful of rushing back into those situations, or back to those people. Of course, we're all about thinking about the past. There's nostalgia and all of that feels good. But don't just rush back if there's lack of respect, or if there's lack of trust, and, you need to think things too before you get back to those situations. So I do feel that for someone now, if this is related to your office, it could be that you're revisiting something of the past projects, people, vendors, partnerships in relation to corporate. Or it could be that something that you wanted to buy. Sorry about that, nice. So this is basically about returning to something of the past, whether it's past situation, a deal, a company, a project, a situation. It could be, anything, Like recently I heard about Taylor Swift, she's re-recording her old albums, So visiting the past, the album. So that energy is staying out strongly. About revisiting the past, you could be reworking. Now for some of you, this could be a return, after, maybe, it's like a return after the separation. Maybe you're returning to your office, to your old place of work, or it could be anything, returning back after the separation. So the words that are playing in my head is come away with me. So I don't know how that relevant is to you, but this is about, talking things out, fixing the problems, clearing the air, clearing misunderstandings, healing. Um, Maybe people were against you a lot in the past, and now things are becoming more gentler. People really are, maybe they're just wondering, like, are you going to come back? Are you going to return? Or something like that. But at least they're definitely thinking about some kind of reconnection and sending you messages. Um, Now, for you, for others of you that are, that are thinking you might be traveling to some place which is related to your past situation. You might be returning home, you might be traveling back, or you might be returning to school, college, or a course that you had started before and then you stopped and now you're returning back to it. This could also be some kind of partnership, official partnership, personal partnership that you could be returning back to. But yeah, it's like reconnection. Some old people, old contacts, old acquaintances, old friends, maybe from the past, they're coming back, sending messages. Um, so yeah, it's a reuniting energy. It's reconciliation energy. So I feel that something maybe during like the months of October, November, something might have happened, the separation during that time. Um, and this reconciliation, this coming together might happen somewhere around March next month. Around the springtime is what I'm hearing. So maybe a separation of like, maybe the autumn or fall season could now be working its way back. And, maybe sometime around the spring. The next card you have, Sagittarius, it says go outside. Further, it says it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Yeah, so um, either you have been a homebody for some time here, Sagittarius. This energy is asking you to go outside, connect with nature, take walks, go hiking, and, or just spend time outside, outdoors. Go for picnics, go for hikes, go, anywhere there is this prairie out here in the forest, there's bike lights surrounding it. So it speaks about connection to nature, and when we connect to nature, it definitely grounds us. For some of you, you had the separation card, so, and when we reconcile or when you're in that separation energy, it kind of throws us a little bit off balance. So some of you might have been like kind of not in your element, feeling a little out of, maybe you're not feeling that stable or something like that. And I feel that this energy is asking you to go outside so that you can, feel more grounded, more stable. Um, yeah, I feel that you've been overthinking something. Maybe you were rethinking things, scenarios, the past events, how it played out, and, and of course, when you're playing, when we play out certain things, it's because we want clarity, we want answers. And nature has the answers for us, all answers. When we go outside, when we ground ourselves, when we bring in that peace, when we meditate, all answers come to us without us chasing them. So that's what I feel. I feel that maybe for some of you, you need to go up. No, and nature is the best healer. When we just walk barefoot, when we, on the grass, in the fields, that itself is very therapeutic. That's very healing. So for some of you, that's your advice, like to go out there, breathe the fresh air, walk, run, jog, and it will help you to clear away that mental fog or overthinking. Yeah, it'll help you come out of that overthinking. It's like a little bit of a 9 of swords or 8 of swords, feeling stuck, mental fog, lack of clarity, that kind of energy. So when you go out there, connect with nature, it'll help you break those energies and feel more grounded so that, you're able to think clearly. Now, for some of you, this could be actually going out to the forest. Some of you could be visiting some kind of national park. Or, you know, um, yeah, or maybe you're asked, maybe this is an advice for you to go out into the green spaces, try some gardening, um, growing plants, produce. That will also help you shift the energies. Um, I'm getting, I'm getting, I'm picking up on a message and it says guarantee. So I don't know if this is about guarantees, warranties, or somebody's guaranteeing you something, or you are guaranteeing something with some kind of a guarantee out here. So I do feel, Sagittarius, that in the next few days you will be going out, spending time outdoors. It's going to be highly good for you, beneficial for you. You might be just planning, with your friends or your family, maybe some retreats, maybe into the national forest, maybe just outside in the fields. Or for some of you, you could also be interested more in green spaces, like maybe you're into landscaping, or if this is about you investing time into green spaces, into landscaping, learning about it, or maybe you're investing into homes that have big, gardens and things like that. So yeah, just connecting with nature, walking outside in the greens, more of need time, personal time, or talking with people, more of physical time with people, like, talking it out and spending time with people. Actually, then spending time with screens is also something that I feel that that's going to benefit you, or you're already kind of, putting the screens away and trying to go out there and, trying to be out there more than the screen or your phones or something like that. So some of you could be changing that up as well. Yeah, I do feel like just being out there, connecting with people, with nature, and less with screens is also going to be beneficial for you. And the last card you have, Sagittarius, is a flexibility. Yeah, and look at this yarn, all coiled up. Further, it says sometimes it's just best to go with the flow. Everything in life, not always going to go your way. Bend but don't break. Yeah, be flexible. Go with the flow. You know, and I feel that once we're more flexible, we allow things to work their way into our lives. We allow the universe to, take the wheel and steer us in the direction in ways that, is good for us, rather than being rigid about our ways or the outcomes or how we're going to do things. Just go with the flow. Don't push things. Don't have agendas or outcomes or anything set in your mind like it should be this way, that way. No, just let it be, and things will work out in the best way possible for you, just by being flexible. So, Sagittarius, those were your messages, and hope you enjoyed them. So, thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.